Welcome to GKey Solutions Private Limited. SQL Server Database Interview Questions and Answers. Question number 10. What is a schema-bound view in SQL Server Database?
In this session, we will know how to rename a column or a table in SQL Server database. First of all, we'll see how to rename a table. To rename a table, we have to use a stored procedure called sp_rename, which is a system stored procedure. Syntax for that is execute sp_rename old table name, new table name. For example, execute sp_rename old table name, that is employees, to new table name, that is staff. This renames the table employees to staff. In this way, we are renamed the table employees to staff. Coming to renaming a column. For this also we are using the same stored procedure, that is sp_rename, which is a stored procedure in the system inbuilt. Here we are using column option when compared to the rename of a table. To rename a column, we have a syntax like this: execute sp_rename table name dot old column name, new column name, column. Example for this is execute sp_rename employees dot emp name, employee name, column. Here we are renaming the column name called emp name in employee table to employee name. This renames a column employee name to like employee's name in employees table. There are important notes to be considered to do these things before. For example, sp_rename is a metadata change. It doesn't affect the data. We are just doing the changes for metadata, that is the table name and the column name. These are all the metadata for a particular table. Dependence is not updated automatically. If you do the same thing, like you are renaming the table or renaming the column or something like that, there will be some dependencies. They are not going to update it automatically. Like stored procedures, views, triggers and scripts that references the old name will break. For example, the table name, before changing the name of the table, there are some stored procedure, views, triggers or depends on that old name table that are going to be break. Why? Because the name is changed in those stored procedure, views and triggers. They can't get back to that particular name table. In that scenario, what we have to do, the best practice in production, use proper naming design while you are designing a table or column or something like that. You must update them manually. In these scenarios, we are going to use alternate way for columns. Instead of renaming columns, sometimes developers use as alias in select queries. Select ename as employee name from employees. This is going to display as employee name for the emp name column. This doesn't change the schema but change the output header. In this way, we can have the alternative way, but there is a way that we can rename table and we can rename column. But if you do that, you have to check whether there are dependencies on that. If there are dependencies, we have to modify the dependencies first, and we have to change or rename the table or rename the column. We'll see how these are going to happen in SSMS, that is called SQL Server Management Studio. See, we are in SQL Server Management Studio. We are in the database called demo at GKey. We have scripts ready with us. Exec sp_rename employees and staff. We have employees table already here. We are just renaming that table into a staff. We are executing this one. Changing any part of an object name could break scripts and stored procedures. As we discussed, is there any stored procedure scripts for this? They are going to be break. Okay, we'll just see how it had happened. We are refreshing this whole thing. See, the employee, that is employees table, has been changed to staff. The name of the employees table has been changed to staff. Now we'll see what are the different columns available in employees table, a staff table which has been name changed. We have employee ID, name and department. These are the three columns available in staff table right now. We are going to change the column name for the staff table. Here in the staff table we are having name column. For that name column we are changing into employee name. Just see the statement by executing. See, changing any part of the object name could break scripts and stored procedure. Is there any dependencies like scripts, views have been written on this table as a base table? They are going to break. We have to take care of those things first, and we can check this by refreshing the database and the table, everything over here. Table, staff and columns. Here name column is renamed to employee name. In this way we can rename the table and rename the column name by using sp_rename stored procedure, which is a system stored procedure in SQL Server database. Thank you.
Stay connected with GKey IT solutions on all your favorite platforms. Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest content. Join the GKey community and grow your IT career with us.